The Beatles gathered in the studio on the evening of October 13th, starting what would become one of their longest and most intense recording nights yet. From 7 p.m. until just past midnight, the four young men wrestled with a song that seemed hopeless. What began as a creative disaster, what Paul McCartney called Disastrous, and John Lennon bluntly dismissed as crap, would, by the end of that session, become the bold, swaggering opener of Rubber Soul. Drive My Car. McCartney would later reflect on that night in many years from now, admitting how close he and Lennon came to giving up entirely. The lyrics he'd brought in were, in his own words, doomed from the start. "I had something about golden rings," he recalled, "which is always fatal. Rings rhymes with things, and I knew it was a bad idea. Still, he believed in the melody. The tune was there. That was its saving grace." But even with a solid tune, both he and Lennon were stuck. The song just didn't feel alive, until they stepped away for a moment. A short tea and cigarette break changed everything. When they returned, the idea of golden rings was tossed out and replaced by something with bite. "Baby, you can drive my car." McCartney explained that the phrase carried an old blues double meaning, a cheeky euphemism for desire. Suddenly, humor and personality filled the song. Once you hit on the right idea, McCartney said, "The song writes itself." What followed was a burst of inspired storytelling. A bold, playful heroine appeared at the center of the song. A woman, full of charm and confidence, teasing her would-be driver with promises she can't quite deliver. It was wonderful, McCartney remembered. The story developed with that same sly twist that Norwegian Wood had, the kind of ending that makes you grin. According to some rock and roll lore, Drive My Car may even have drawn partial inspiration from a real-life exchange between singer Cilla Black and her boyfriend, Bobby Willis. As one story goes, when Brian Epstein offered Willis a recording deal, Black objected, insisting she should be the star, and that Willis could settle for driving the car instead. Whatever its true spark, the result was unmistakable. The song McCartney once dismissed as hopeless turned into a bold, witty classic. When Rubber Soul hit shelves on December 3rd, 1965, Drive My Car roared out of the gate as a statement of confidence and creativity. Proof that even the Beatles' worst ideas could, with a little humor and persistence, become rock and roll gold.